So hello, this is my 1987 Saab 900 turbo. Well, I say turbo, it wasn't a turbo originally. It was an 8-valve single carburetor, B201 in this. They 100 horsepower, I believe they make. Not a very fast car, not a fast car in the slightest. So the whole intention of me buying this one in particular was because I think they're pretty flat front, 4-door saloon 900s, are not sporty looking in the slightest. And my whole idea was to fit the 16-valve turbo engine with the Saab 9000 Trionic 5 management and make it into a bit of a sleeper. And I think I've done that pretty well. Cosmetically, it pretty much looks no different to when I first got it, other than the steels are 1 inch wider, or maybe 1.5 inches, I'm not too sure. And it's got a front splitter on it, and the earlier turbo grille, which is a bit more angular. But appearance-wise, it's pretty much as I bought it. It's got Saab 9000 calipers on the front. The discs are the same size, 280mm, but the calipers are bigger, so it allows you to run a bigger pad. Handbrakes now on the back. Originally this would have been on the front. Discs on the back as well as standard. Full 3-inch pipe. The best sounding 4-cylinder in the world. Originally these were holes and they were just taped up on it, and I just riveted plates on because I thought it would be funny. And people who do not get it say to me, you could have at least painted them like it's going to blend in. But yeah, it's actually a very solid car. I've had it 10 years, it's the longest I've ever owned a car, and I've had to do 2 patches of welding on it in my entire time owning it. And it's got Coney red adjustable shocks all round. I did mess around with springs. I did have Les for Jaws, I think they called, 40mm lowering springs, and they were great, but the shocks just couldn't keep up with them. They were too stiff. So now I've gone back to standard springs, turbo springs, although it does sit a bit, it looks a bit high on the front, but that's the way it is. So under the bonnet, where the important stuff is, we have the B202 16-valve turbo engine. It's also got this, you can see it's got a coil pack on it. That is a Saab 9000, that's the Saab 9000 management. So it's got Trionic 5.5, knock detection, fully mappable, etc, etc. 3-inch downpipe, front mount intercooler. I'm running a bleed valve on it at the minute because the electronic boost control's not working, and there won't be much to it, but I'll look into that at some point. As it is now, this dyno 220 horsepower, and yeah, it goes very well indeed. Hatty car. It does have a bloody nice interior. Somebody's put a headlining in it before. Looks great. The seats, I said this earlier today on Instagram, seen little to no use, just like pretty much every car of my youth. 5-speed manual. If you know your stuff about Saabs, they don't change the diff ratio to get different gear speed. They change the primary drive. It's a chain-driven drive down to the gearbox from the engine, called the primary drive. They changed that ratio. The highest ratio available for cruising, etc., was Type 8. This has got Type 8s. That gives me a little under 3,000 RPM at 70, which is nice enough. As is one of my cars, the rev counter does not work, the dash lights do not work, but I do have engine management light, boost gauge, not wired in, volts, and oh, this beautiful steering wheel, Saab performance package or something like that. I can't remember what this is called. That means something though, but yeah, looks brilliant. And it's got an air horn. Right then, let's take it for a drive. Toyo Proxy T1R tyres on it. They're alright in the dry, but I tell you what, they are terrible in the wet. So the 16 valve turbo, actually it's the same for the 8 valve turbos as well. The exhaust manifold is like a log type where it runs along the length of the head, and each of the primaries from each individual cylinder tie into it. And because of that sort of squabbling of exhaust gases trying to get out, they've got this very distinctive burble noise. Now, I genuinely believe a Saab 900 turbo is one of the best sounding 4-cylinders out there. So I've got the Saab 9000, I said just calipers, but it's actually Saab 9000 discs and calipers on the front, but the discs are the same 280mm diameter, but the pads are probably 30% bigger on the 9000 than the 900, so the braking difference is quite noticeable. And then I've also got EBC yellow stuff pads on it. Some people don't rate them very highly, but I think they're very good. So vented discs on the back, non-vented on the back. One thing I've always found really cool about 900s is that the interior dash vents work off engine vacuum, so if you can hear it while I'm driving along. Sounds like some sort of spaceship door. Yeah, like I said, I've had this car for 10 years. I think, and like I say, the whole idea was to engine swap it, turn it up a bit. So I think I drove it for about 2 months as a 8 valve, and that was enough for me. I do like even the non-turbo Saabs, but it's all about the turbo for me. I'm not gonna know until I get back how horrendous the sun is, so you may not be able to see anything. So if that's the case, I will release this as a podcast. So if you know much about Saabs, you're probably a hit with the ladies, just like myself. No, if you know anything about Saabs, you probably know that the engine is, in a way, related to the Triumph engines that we found in Dolomites and TR7s and, well, yeah, Dolomite 8050s and Sprints. Now, this is quite a bit advanced from that. But if you go back, so Saab 99, you could basically get them with the same engine as the Dolomite. Start at 1750, 1850, and they had that horrendous jack shaft driven water pump. And the angled head studs, but it evolved numerous times, and this is probably about third evolution after the Triumph engine, which was actually a Ricardo design engine. And this has got a proper cylinder head, which isn't super prone to warping. It's got a proper water pump driven by a belt, so it's easy to change if that goes knackered. And just an all-round stronger engine. But this is still a slant 4, and you can definitely see it, especially when the cam cover is the same black and silver sort of aluminium design as the Dolomite Sprint engine. I I can definitely see that they're related in some way or another. Into the 60. So there it is, my 1987 Saab 900. Hope you enjoyed that. See you soon.